Hello friends, in this video I am going to show you how to make these buttons looks more stylish that we have created in our previous video. I am going to continue from here where we left off in previous video. So first of all I am going to apply these buttons a box shadow effect. Okay, target this button class which is btn and going to hit and enter, and then going to write a box, so I'll write box then shadow, and then I'll apply for our first box shadow, and you can apply as many as box shadow you want. Okay, so I am going to give it two box shadows, so let's apply our first box shadow. So I'll write 0 for x offset, which is horizontal offset, and 0.2 ems for our vertical offset, and let's give it a color of pound C10B33. so you can see this button has an effect applied, which is a shadow of vertical offset of 0.2 m is applied to this all of these buttons here. Okay, now let's apply our second box shadow to the top of these buttons and some kind of subtle smooth effect on these buttons here. So let's create 0 for our x offset and 0.12 for our y offset, and let's give it a blur value of 0.15 m, and let's give it a color of RGBA. Okay, RGBA equal to set to what we will set, let's set it to 36, 240, 241. Okay, and give it an alpha value of 0.5, and we want this box shadow to inside these buttons here at the top, so I'll give it inset. Okay, this is very subtle effect, so you might not be able to see in this video here, but you can see this effect in your project that you are building. Now we are going to create a one more effect. So whenever you click and hold these buttons, they seems that they are being pressed. So how to create that effect? Let's begin. I am going to target all these a element or anchor elements by using its class and going to apply an active pseudo selector. So this way we'll target our btn class, and I'm going to apply a active pseudo selector, and inside this I am going to change this box shadow a little bit. I'm going to grab this box shadow here and paste it here. Now we are going to change two properties from here. First one is this box shadow y offset, so I am going to give it a value of 0.15, and second one thing we're going to change is this alpha value, so I'll change it to 0.7. so now go ahead and press this button. Now you can see that these buttons looks like they are being pressed. Okay, so now we have created our three buttons and their box shadow effect to make them look like a buttons. So let's go ahead and include the icons to each of these buttons. So how do we do that? Let's see. First of all, I'm going to go ahead on Font Awesome website and grab the link for CSS file of Font Awesome library. Okay, from its Maxidian server. Here I am on my Font Awesome website. Okay, you can navigate to this site by using fontawesome.github.io/fontawesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the file. I'm going to click on this get started menu here, and it will open this get started page. I'm going to copy this link from here. Now I am going to my text editor and inside my css button.html file, and I am going to look for head element, and inside this head element I am going to paste that link here. So now we have included our fontawesome.min.css file from Maxedian server. Okay, let's go ahead and add icons to our buttons here by adding some classes to I element. Let's see in practical how to do that. I'm going to Font Awesome website and then scroll up and find icons, and here I'll look for all icons. Now I'll scroll down and go all the way back to down, and let's grab this Windows icon from here, and that we are going to use is Google. So let's look for that. Here's the Google icon, and let's grab the Facebook icon from here. So how to grab that Facebook icon? Let's look for that one too. So here's that. Okay, now we are going to grab these classes FA Windows for the Windows icon and include into our button. So now see how to do that. Well, I am going to my HTML file, and inside this I am going to create an I element. So I'll write I and then apply some classes to this I element. So I'll write first class FA and then another class. Do you remember which class? It's Windows. So FA Windows. So I'll write FA Windows. Okay, now look at our preview window. Now you can see that we have included our Windows icon inside our button. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and grab button icons for these two buttons. Okay, for this medium button I am going to grab I am going to insert Google icon, and for this large button I am going to insert a Facebook icon. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I am going to my Font Awesome website and then this FA Google tab, and we can just grab this code from here and going to paste inside this A element before the anchored text. Okay, let's do the same for Facebook icon. Going to copy this from here and let's insert into our anchor element before that text, which is large. Now let's see in preview we have three icons which are different icons included into our buttons here. Now we need to provide some space between this text and icons. So how do we do that? Let's jump into our CSS file, and inside CSS file I am going to write btn class and I look for I element. Okay, and then it will select all the icons. Now let's give it a padding right of how much padding should it be applied. Let's give it a padding of 1 and I think it looks great. It's awesome. Now so that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video please subscribe to my channel and I'll produce more such videos and tutorials for you, and have a nice day. Bye bye.